Now, recently the president spoke about how critical the sub-nationals were to national development across the country. And two questions in one that I will be asking you is the matter of food security, what Lagos State government is doing with regards to that. And then the other question is how the state government is working hand in glove with the national to ensure this matter of local government autonomy.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. I mean, these are clearly, conversations that it's ongoing, and we're very intentional about it. You know, regarding the food security, I'm happy to let you know that Lagos State has taken the bull by the horn. We're building what we consider as the largest food logistics hub in the whole of Sub-Saharan Africa.
Really?
You've heard of it? Yes. Your team were with us about a month and a half ago when we went on a tour of the food logistics hub in Ketue Jiri. You know, if you have it on your tape, you can actually show it to your audience. It will be the largest food logistics hub in Sub-Saharan Africa, and we've gone far. We should be opening the first phase of it by the middle of this year. By May, June, we shall have it up and running. This hub is meant to increase, you know, the food sufficiency and food security in Lagos. We ourselves are not a food producing, but we're food consuming. Right. So we intend to have an offtake agreement with all of the states that are producing and be able to have large, you know, warehouses where both dry, cold food chains can be stored. Outside of that, we're also building what we call the middle level market. You've seen one, you know, come up in Mushi. We're actually going to be commissioning two more, you know, within the first quarter. There's one that will be completed in Aja, another one in Agege. We're doing another one in Ikorodu. So these food hubs takes, you know, the produce from the main logistics hub, right? And we probably just dimensioned, you know, the supply chain, you know, for that. So we're working with some big food producing states: Niger, Kwara, Nasarawa, Kogi, you know, and you know that we also have.
What about Kebbi, the lake?
Yeah, so I was going to say that you know that we also have, you know,
lake
rice mill.
at a time.
You know. So part of the thing we've done with the lake rice, so with the rice mill, is also we've also done importation of the brown rice, which is like another component after, you know, paddy. Paddy became unavailable towards the end of last year. So we actually also import, you know, brown rice, which, you know, that started coming in now. You could see that there was some stability or even drop in the price of rice during the yellow tide season. We see that, you know, consistency in terms of adequacy and affordability happening, you know, in the weeks and months ahead. So the rice mill will work. The food logistics hub will be commissioned before the middle of this year, which will take in a whole lot of, you know, food in large number in terms of security, in terms of availability, and from the middle level market, you get, you know, pulled down. So one of the things that you see, you reduce all of the issues of middle market. If you have a tuber of yam in Benue for 400 naira, there's no need selling it in Lagos for 2,000. At best, it gets here at 500, at 550. That's the kind of transformative food security that we're planning. And we're doing it because the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food System, they are aware of what we're doing. So we're going to be working with them, you know, in collaboration.
Absolutely.
You know, so that for us is ongoing. Regarding the local government, I have good news for you. You know, we will be conducting our own local government elections later this year. Local government autonomy, Lagos has been a full compliance in autonomy. Not have I touched, you know, any of my local government funds since I became governor from day one. You know, we have a means in which we let them breathe. They are working, they are doing great things in their individual local government, and it's also time.
I'm sure a lot of persons will want to understand what you mean by how you let them breathe.
Oh yeah, I mean, we understand they're an arm of government that is important, so we don't touch their funds. We collaboratively work with them. I give them approvals for constructions they want to do that is beyond their own approval, but we don't interfere. They go through their own procurement process. They go through their, you know, they're identifying the projects that if there are projects that we want to jointly finance, they bring their own funds. We bring us. The case in point was security. you know, when we supplied the last, you know, security vehicles, you know, that were handed over to security operators, the local government contributed. They contributed 100, 120 vehicles. You know, we did, you know, 170 vehicles. So that is the kind of collaboration that you see between the two of us, you know. But
how does the Supreme Court's local government autonomy, the judgment, how does it affect the LCDAs? Are they going to go?
No, they're not. These are babies that have given birth to 24 years ago. So these babies are alive, they are well, they are walking, they're breathing, right? And so they've been part of our DNA, right? Supreme Court, in our case, never said that ours were illegal. So they've been well, you know, set up. You know, we're not asking for additional funding from the federal, federating, you know, account. You know, what we have, we'll continue to utilize it. But we will be conducting election, you know, in the 20 and the 37 LCDAs by the grace of God, once the Lagos Independent Regulatory, you know, Independent Electoral Commission, you know, get their foot together and start working.
All right, interesting. Well, Mr. Governor, you will have to do us the honors for, you know, cutting the cake that will be